Hi guys, it's Amy with Aim to Plan, and I am here with my Big Happy Planners getting set up for October 2022. So I have my Big Happy Planners here, all of my outdated calendar pages for the Big Happy Planner, but I also have on off screen up here, down here, are like all of my planners that are like in my active rotation right now. They're mostly classic size, but I'll pull them in just so you can see them and, then kind of set them to the side so I can like get access to them. But I have this stack of planners right here. There's like four, like 3 on discs, and then this one. I have this stack right here. Here's another 3. I have these 3 right here. And then my last 2, which are not classic. This is the skinny classic that I set up in a previous video. And then my little pocket on the go planner with my at a glance pages. And so I'm going to be flipping through pretty much all of these planners, making a decision for like what I need to set up for October. I did mention in, I can't remember which video, probably my planner haul video, that I want to try to use up these Big Happy Planner pages. And so I'm going to prioritize using those pages. I know that for right now, basically all of my Happy Planner, like classic size, with the exception of my classic size vertical that I've been using for personal catch-all type stuff, that's a current planner, but I'm okay with like just not using it too. So I'm going to prioritize using these pages. This planner is current and I want to use it, but I also have a lot of like Big Happy Planner outdated pages that I want to try to use. So we are going to kind of make decisions. I'll walk you through the entire process of what I do. I did try to like sit down and think about and sketch out some notes for like what I need to do. Mostly I might change my mind like even mid-video, but mostly again, I'm going to try to use these types of things. So first things first, I'll show you, let's try to clean up some of this. Like I'll show you, like I have like all of these notes in here. The cover that I've been using for my Big Happy Planner. This is a deluxe Happy Planner cover, the snap-on cover, and inside it is just basically a Big Happy Planner cover that's flipped inside out. You can see here, this is like the moody florals. I can't remember if it's called dark florals or moody florals, but I did flip it inside out just because I thought like this was a lot more classic and clean, and it is on black metal expander discs. And just to be able to work with it a little bit more, I'm going to take it out of the cover and just kind of start here. I am thinking that I might need to get dividers, so that's one thing that I won't do in this video. I don't have any dividers in here, but this is basically a stack of dividers and stuff that I've been saving to use at work. I did have a plan to use for my work planner a Big Happy Planner and try to use down some of my Big Happy Planner pages. That's still the goal, but I also want to try to incorporate some of these other pages and like use down the stash a little bit faster by like converting pretty much everything to big. So we'll go ahead and get into it. So to start off with, like right here at the beginning, I have like basically all of my nameplate, like the hello pages, and all of the year at a glance pages, and I'll just kind of show you what that looks like. I have not enough room to be able to do this. Okay, so it kind of looks like this, and I just have it from like all the different Happy Planners, the Big Happy Planners that I've got. So I just stuck pretty much all of them in there. I'll flip back a couple of, let's see, I'll flip back just a little bit. I did start writing in all of my like 2024 notes, and it's just like all of my work stuff. Again, I am still plan to use this stuff for work. And then starting with September, you can see here, I actually did start using this in September for work, but then I just kind of fell off of using this, the weekly pages at least, because I was using like daily pages, and the daily pages just worked better for me. And so I have all of these pages from September that I did date for September 2022, but I need to like now use them again. And then I have just like dashboard pages. I have teacher layout pages in the back here. Let's see, even more teacher pages. And I have like daily pages from Tool. And these are like super outdated. You can see they're like from September 2020, right? And so those are like the 3 main categories. It's dashboard, teacher layout, and then these daily pages. And then I did pick up this Big Happy Planner from a recent haul, a Michael's clearance. I did buy it for the discs, but I also want to try to incorporate the vertical layout. into my lineup. So those are the things I'm gonna try to use. And so we're gonna go ahead and get started with setting up the initial setup. What I'm gonna do is, instead of trying to switch it off the covers and do that kind of thing, I'm going to go ahead and use these sage metal discs. I want to try to keep it on classic size. So I want to use these discs and actually pull off this cover. One of the things I mentioned in the haul video is I want to try to be able to like save the cover and the 2023 portion for like giving away to a friend or like gifting it to someone for Christmas, whatever. And so I want to be able to save that for wherever it ends up eventually going. So I'm going to move out everything except for the 2022 pages, and then I'm going to like kind of switch things around. So I'm going to start off first of all with like using these covers. It doesn't necessarily match. Take all that off. It doesn't necessarily match, but I think it's okay with the sage. And I don't know, I just love the look of it. I just think it looks so beautiful like that. I just feel like it really just pops really well. What do you think? Do you like it? I like it, all right? Maybe it's not like October-y, but I just love it, right? I have a holiday planner, so I get all of like the October vibes from that, right? And so again, I will pull out all the stuff that is like the 2023 stuff. I'll actually save for whomever. I'll also save this currently page. I'll lose it for December. You can see here, I'll lose it a week for December, but I'll probably not need to, at that point, I don't know, like I switch planners all the time, right? And so I might be in a completely different setup, right? And so I'm just gonna pull out the 2023 portion. And I just like to pull it a month at a time, divider and weekly pages, right? October, November, and then December. All right, and like you saw that I put the covers on there just because I like it to be stabilized like that. And now it is right here, the cover and the 2023 portions, the nameplate, 2023 portions of this planner, and I just need to add discs, and this will be a complete planner, 12-month planner. And so now that I've removed it, you can see it's very slim, and I'm hoping I can stay on classic size disc. With a big planner, I want to be able to like take this planner with me to work and just kind of leave it open on my desk at work, and then like have it at home, open on my desk at home, and you know, try not to move it too much, but like just put it in my bag, carry it there, carry it back, leave it open, and just kind of use it. So yeah, that's kind of the plan. So with all that being said though, like I do want to have several sections in here. So for this, I am going to be franken-planning in several different pages. And so what I'm going to be doing first of all is thinking about the different sections that I want to have in here. So one of the things that we have, of course, is October, November, and December, which is like the current and the future months that are coming up. And I think I'll just leave those in there. But then here I have July, August, and September, which are 3 months of 2022 that are now outdated. And what I'm going to do is, I think, just try to use a set of them for some other purpose. And in fact, I'm trying to think if I even need the monthlies. I tend to not use monthly pages, and so I can actually convert these into like actual dividers for the Big Happy Planner, and I think I'm gonna do that. Okay, so I will label them off. I actually don't have like a label maker, so like I need to figure that out. Actually, let me just go ahead and go grab some labels and do this by hand. Okay, grab my pen, grabbed these 2 sheets of stickers right here. I thought I would use the black on the like darker divider tabs and the green, the sage colors, on all of the others, but I don't know, maybe I should just use like all the same colors. I don't know. This is gonna be a hot mess kind of video because I have no idea. Like I thought about it, like I said, but I didn't really think about it. All right, so this first one is crooked. Hate that. But now it's down. I'll have to live with it. All right, and for my September Franken planner, actually for like all of 2022, I pretty much tried to keep things in order. And so I kind of sketched this out like on this little note right here. So I have it on the side so I can kind of reference it. But I definitely need certain sections in my planner, and it doesn't have to be in a particular order. It just, you know, it just has to get in here somehow. So the very first one is going to be chores. And this is all like the home life stuff. I generally speaking just print out like printouts to use in this section. And so let me try to see if I can find it. Like they're here, right? And this is one of the setups that I have. This is actually a tickler file. So this is one of the classic size happy planners that I have been using. And in here somewhere, I have like these sheets that are printed down to classic size. And this is pretty much the only sheet I use. So for the month of October, I think what I'll do is just kind of stick this in here. To be able to reference this. And again, I don't use the monthly for anything here. And then since I have these pages, I'll just probably go ahead and redate it and start tracking like some of the major like tasks that I have. I also sometimes like to use the home extension pack and have that in here. You'll see that in my September flip through, but it's not like a huge must for me to have that. I just really like to track for my house, like all the different chores that I do, all the different chores that Sophia does, like just making sure that I touch bases with like all the things I need to do for my house. And I'm not at all like a zone cleaner, or I don't follow any kind of cleaning method. I pretty much just clean as I need to. And I'll have to go back, and I'm noticing this here. I need to white out the date on here, but I'll go ahead and just try to use the vertical pages here. But I stuck in like the one thing that I need to pull for chores, right? Then I do have, as one of my next sections, Sophia's memory book. Her memory book is actually classic size, and I think for the month of October, I'm going to leave her stuff separate. And so I'll go ahead and show you what it looks like. This is her memory book. She selected the cover here, and eventually will go on to like her like permanent like memory book that's stored on the shelf. But she has October, November, and December already set up in here. And what I used for her is essentially an outdated teacher layout. I did go through in here and just make sure that I had enough pages for the rest of the year. And I was running short, so I'm glad I did check. And so it's pretty much like teacher layout pages. I did pull out from one of my planners, like the currently page, just so that way all the currently pages matched. Since I was kind of like rotating between all sorts of different teacher layout pages that I had. And so I have that in here, and it pretty much runs until December, like you can see. And then that's all the way to December. And then I have a couple of like extra pages just in case I like messed up or whatever. So those are tucked in the back, but I'll eventually, like at the end of 2022, probably just like recycle these. They don't serve a purpose at this point, and unless I use it for scratch paper, it's pretty much a done deal. And I do have hers set up, so this is just going to sit on my desk and being used just as is instead of putting it into my Franken planner. All right, so that is done. All right, we do have next work, and so I do need a work section. I like to have like, actually probably should have put work first. That's okay. It doesn't really matter the order, honestly. And so the next one, I'll just make work. All right, and I was using daily pages for work, and that actually works out really well. It's kind of more like a write down all the to-do list type stuff than it is anything else. And so I'm gonna go ahead and write work here for this divider. And then these pages, I just honestly can't imagine myself using it for work. And so I'm going to move this behind the chores tab. And maybe I'll use it for chores. I have no idea, right? And then this one, yeah, we'll see how that goes. Okay, so I'll just leave that for the time being. So for work, I am going to use, I think, the daily pages. And so let's see if I even have October in here. So I'm going back over here into like the giant stack of like October pages. And okay, I do have October pages, and right, and I should have enough for 31 pages. I'm just gonna pull it out. I end up just redating it and using it like that. I also don't work every day of the week, so some of these pages might end up like just going right back in there to be used later. but I'll stick these daily pages in there. I work 4 days a week, so I know for sure, like I'm not gonna use every single page, right? So that's there for work. The next section is going to be personal. All right, so let me get a sticker here. I'm just referencing my little cheat sheet over here, and I am terrible at putting these on straight, but honestly, it really doesn't matter. Maybe I'll eventually get them straight, right? And so that's personal. I am going to use the big vertical for this. I have been using a like classic size vertical, and yeah, now I'm just going to be using this. So let me show you my classic size vertical. It is in this planner right here. So I've been using like the Mickey and Minnie planner, and it looks like this for the monthly, and it looks like this for the weekly pages. So that's super cute. You know what? I just did that. I really need to fix this, right? I need personal to be the correct dates. Unlike the others, I feel like this one I want to be in the correct spot. So I'm actually going to use the October divider here for that. That one peeled up so easily, and so I was able to straighten it up too, and now I feel like I need to go back and fix the others because I do want work to be in the front. So let me see if I can do this. I can do work. This was the one that was the struggle, right? Was chores. Let's see if I can get it. Okay, perfect. All right, so I'm gonna put work first. Really, it's the reason I carry this planner anywhere. Otherwise, this planner would just sit at home all the time, you know? So now I need to move everything out. Taking out the pages that were in chores, and then I'll take out that divider, and these were all the daily pages for work, right? I think I'm going to take this out as well because I'll use personal and leave the 3 months in here for personal. I'll leave all of those in there, right? And then I'm gonna go back here and just stick in this last, no, that's the wrong one. Franken planning is such a hot mess sometimes, you guys. Okay, so I'm going to put this in here, and I'll use this divider. This is August, but again, I'm like just covering it up. And I don't use the monthly at all. So like for me, it doesn't matter that these pages are like different colors, all that type of stuff, right? And so we'll put that in there, right? And then this will be chores. So right now it is work with just October, and then personal, which I labeled personal for the October, but it also has November and December, the vertical pages. And then I put in chores, which has this one page, but then it has just like vertical pages, 2 months worth of it, the one from August and the one from September, which I may or may not use. Like you guys, like it is really just kind of whatever in terms of like whether I will even plan to use it, given like we're moving into like the holiday season. I just really don't know if I'm going to use it or not. Okay, next is going to be Faith. Faith, I normally use a classic classic horizontal, and just like a random mix of other stuff too. So just to kind of show you like the setup here super quickly, this is what it looks like. Sorry for the shadowing, by the way, like I'm recording this as it gets darker. I took out all the horizontal pages, it looks like in here, but I normally just use outdated horizontal pages. And so for the sake of trying to use these pages up, I'm going to go ahead and do everything vertical. That's kind of what it sounds like. All right, so this is Faith. Y'all, it's gonna be crazy for me to like use so many vertical layouts. Like I hardly ever plan in vertical anymore. Right, so that is that. And again, I don't use the monthly pages for anything, so I don't need to worry so much about redating that, but I will need to redate across here and just kind of change up all those dates. Okay, so that's Faith, all right? And then looking through this, I definitely need to have my 2 big sections, actually 3 more big sections. The next one is going to be food log, then social media, then budget. And of course now I don't have any dividers. So yeah, this was like a terrible idea to like try to like do this on the fly, but I'm going to go ahead and let me go grab some dividers. Let me start with dividers. Okay, so I grabbed this set of dividers that I just had in a drawer. They don't at all match the colors. Like, I mean, this is gonna be like the worst like kind of setup in terms of colors and coordination and all that type of stuff. But you know, I really just wanna use my supplies. Like, I just think that looks, like that's just not the right color, but that's okay. All right, so for this one, I definitely need a food log and I need social media. All right, and so I think I have like just these two. Actually, I only needed 2 dividers, I think. So I'm gonna do, let's do food log, and then let's do social media. Okay, and so for this, like, let's do social media first. That's the order that I had it in my Franken planner for September, so it's just, I'm kind of used to it now, right? And then this last one will be food log. I should have been more deliberate and selected colors that made more sense with the like sage discs here, but you know, I will survive. And so I did have in this thing several pages of like dashboard and teacher layout, and I think I'll use those pages, those types of pages at least, for the purposes of kind of tracking some of these things. So we're gonna start off with, let's see. I'm just gonna pull a set, right? So I just need to get rid of this divider too. So let me go ahead and pull this page. I wrote on the back of this, so that's why I'm trying not to like flash it on screen, right? But it is the front of that dashboard. Okay, so those 2 pages, or like those 2 sections, I like lost my planner here. Guys, I am terrible at this. You would think like I've never done this before. All right, so for social media, I think I'm going to go ahead and use the dashboard layout. A lot of people use the dashboard for social media planning, and you know, I don't know, have I tried it? I might have tried it at some point, but like, I don't know, but I will try it myself. And then for food log, I think this makes a lot of sense to use the teacher layout. So what I have, food is going to be basically breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, and dinner. And you know, I'm just gonna track it totally for food. I do have to track my like blood sugars, and so I'll track the meal or the snack and then like the numbers that I have associated with those. And yeah, so that's kind of it. And then 2 more sections. The first one, or like another section, is going to be this this budget, which I did set up in a previous video. This is going to be my on the go. It will just be something that goes with me and is used on the go. So we'll have that there, right? And then I also have my pregnancy journal, which is like right here. I have stuff everywhere, you guys. Like this is like crazy, right? And so I need to actually get this in here. No, I'll combine this with my stuff for Sophia, I think. So let me move this over. All right, and we're gonna put this, let's see. I'll just combine it like where it's October together, and then November together. So Sophia's stuff will be first, and then the baby's stuff will be second. And this is just so that way I can like condense it just to one planner and have it on discs too. And when I go to like archive it and set it on like its permanent location on the shelves, I pretty much like break it down into like separate planners. I don't keep them together. But okay, so this needs to stay with me. The budget skinny classic that I set up in a previous video needs to stay with me. Let's see what else. Let's look around at all the stuff that I have in my space. All right, so I've got the big work planner here with all the daily pages, and now it's just like teacher layout because I think I've taken out all of the dashboard layout pages, and it's just teacher layout and daily planning pages. So that was in my work planner, so that's good. I will eventually pull off like the nameplate, like the hello pages and like the year of the glance pages, and kind of put them in the front here too, I think, if I have room. And then I have a couple of like pages here, and these are all just like old like monthly layout and some other stuff, which again, like if I have space for it, I'll go ahead and add it to this, just so that way I can have like places to jot things down. Right, this is my home planner, home binder, so nothing from that goes into my Franken planner. Let's see, this is the second half of my home binder, so that doesn't go anywhere either. This is my budget planner, the classic size version, and so I'm switching from this to this. All right, so that's good. I'm just double checking that I've gotten everything right. So this is my faith journal, which doesn't have any horizontal pages in here. It's basically like coloring pages now, but I did have the vertical pages that I'm using for that. This one has both my personal catch-all, which again I'm not going to be using for October, but it also has my social media stuff in here, which is color block. But for social media, I'm going to use the big dashboard. I'm just again double checking everything. Right, then I have here, oh, what do I do with this? I have these pages. All right, I think this is one of the ones where like this is the one that I was using at one point for food logging, and I don't know, I kind of love using this for food logging just because it gives me times already and I don't have to worry about writing the times on this. So I think, right, I know it's so crazy, you guys. I'm gonna take this out. Right, this section will go out, this section will go out. We'll take all that out. Okay, so yeah, right. I'll use this for food logging. Then I have here basically my tickler file, and there's really a couple of like notes in here related to like work. Like it's basically a monthly spread that I use for work, and like checklists for work. So I'll go ahead and pull this for October and add that into that section. Again, I'll stick it right here in the front. I just don't use the monthly layout for anything. Right, this is Sophia's question and answer. And again, this should be combined. Should I combine it? I will for October. I think I'm gonna combine at least just October with her memory book. Trying to like reduce the amount of Franken planners here. I know this is a crazy video, you guys. Like you're probably like, what the heck is going on? Like you have stuff everywhere. All right, I'll try to I'll do a flip through at the end so you can see everything all together. All right, so that is in there. And then last one here is wellness. Wellness, I actually is pretty much just food logging. And so I have that, I had like all sorts of stuff, right? So this is definitely food logging and I have that covered. Okay, so now we are done with the setup, which I know was super crazy, but let me go ahead and since I feel like there's like still plenty of room on the discs here, I'm gonna go ahead and add in all of this front stuff. It's just like lots of extra like pages, non-happy planner pages. These are like tool monthly pages. And then I will pull these pages as well from the front here. I use this to like track future events, like events way in the future, right? So we'll pull those as well, all right? And I think we're getting close, okay. So at this point, I basically have 4 planners. Now, the thing here is these 4 planners are Frankenplanned all together. Well, yes, pretty much, except for this one. But they're all kind of like a mix of like all sorts of different planners where I've combined multiple planners into one. So let me just do a quick flip through, because like if you've made it this far and you're still like, what the heck is going on? At least I'll be able to show you everything. So I'm gonna start from big to small here. Okay, so this is the one that I was really trying to get set up today. Big Happy Planner, trying to use up some of my Happy Planner supplies here. It is random cover, random discs. You saw me take apart that planner. I do have in here basically all of like these like hello pages and year at a glance pages that look like this. And I've like started writing stuff in already. Then I do have like just like random pages that I've started to use, but I want to try and use down some of these things, and I just use them basically for scratch paper, essentially. So that's all there. Then the very first section, what is this? Oh, look at that, like random teacher. Okay, that will go back over there. Okay, so the first section will be the work section, and I have in here like classic size like pages where I basically track my work hours, and then like checklists, which I also have like big checklists, so I might use this, I might use the other one. This is a random note that shouldn't go in there, but I have like tool daily pages in there for the entire month of October. Then the next section is going to be personal. For personal, I do plan to use the monthly layout, so I did leave like the current month for October, and then it's going to be the classic vertical layout here. And then I also have it for November, and this is current, and for December as well, right? And so those 3 months are in here, which is why I ran out of dividers now that I'm thinking about it. So that's all there. I did pull out the last page here of December and put that into the 2023 planner that I'm planning to gift away. And so yeah, that's all kind of like over there. So hopefully by this point, like normally like right around Christmas time, I tend to like move into like daily planning or just like not planning at all. Like I generally speaking, like to take a break between Christmas and New Year's. So I may or may not even use this page, right? Then the second or third section is going to be chores. Chores is basically this one printout that's on classic size. I'm not gonna bother reprinting it. I'll just use this one classic size. And then I did put in the 2 months, the ones from July and August, and these are outdated. These are the pages that are from this same planner, the like Sage planner that I broke down. And I'll try to use this just to track like any big chores that I have. I'll use as much or as little as I need to. I have enough pages obviously to be able to do it for both October and November. So that is in there. The fourth section here is faith, right? And again, this is outdated, so I'll have to redate that. But this is another set of pages that I can kind of just redate and use. Normally I use horizontal, so it will be different to be in vertical for faith, right? Then I have my social media, and so let me flip to a clean page. So for social media, I'm going to use a big dashboard layout and just try to do as other people do and use the dashboard to track like postings and like all the to-dos that I have to do. I actually have to look up some like inspiration because I don't think I've ever used the dashboard for social media. So that is that. And so again, I have in here work, personal, chores, faith, and social media, right? And then in this classic size, I have Sophia's and the baby's memory books. And so I do have Sophia's question and answer journal, which is set up in here. I don't switch sizes for like any of the memory books, so it's always going to be classic. It's always going to be like the same setup for the entire like 2022 year. And then her actual memory book it looks exactly the same because I do use a teacher layout for that. And then for the baby, I've been using a monthly layout, which has pieces that look like this is the monthly, then it has this dashboard, then it has like checklists, and then at the end it has like a notes page that looks like that. So that's what I use, and that will be the same for October, November, and December for Sophia and the baby. Then the two that will be going around with me everywhere is going to be this planner, which is my budget planner, which I still need to do a like plan with me with, but I posted this in a previous video where I'm basically using like outdated, like these pages, the skinny classic pages, and I'm just gonna like track one expense per box. And yeah, there will be a longer kind of like walkthrough of like what that looks like. And then I'm going to use this one to go back to tracking my food log on like this more detailed one, mostly just because I don't want to waste these pages, right? And so for the sake of what I'm going to carry around all the time, it will be mostly these two when I go out on errands, right? When I leave my house and go on errands, it will be these, mostly my budget, unless I know I'm going to eat something, right? Then both of these will go with me. This will definitely stay at home. It won't go to work ever. And then this will go with me to work. When I do go to work, this will go and just sit on my desk at work. And so when I go to work, these three will go with me. And when I'm not going to work but need to run errands, these two will go with me. And this one will just stay at home. All right. Now I've made a mess everywhere. I don't know that I even made sense in this video. You know, I was just all over the place. I love frankenplanning, but frankenplanning can be very, very confusing sometimes. I also noticed like the shadow is like super crazy in this video, so I apologize for that just because like I'm recording at a weird time in the day apparently. So yeah, all sorts of things wrong with this video. Please don't criticize me for any of these kind of errors. I just do this just for fun and just to share my love of planning with you. But I hope you got something from this video. If you did, leave me a comment and let me know what you got, what you took away from this like hot mess of a video. I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. You've made it this far, so I think you enjoyed it. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe to my channel. And until the next video, bye guys.